The true bands come to see the battle between the two bands.
Grambling Marching Band is the best in the land. That's what it is, and this is what it look like, baby. Grambling.
I'd like to welcome everyone back for camp.
You're not going to have a band, what I'm trying to say.
The worst show that we do is going to wind up on YouTube before you leave the field.
The challenge for the band this year, you know, I have to say, is discipline.
Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Now, you've done the crime, time to do the time.
Too slow. You putting me to sleep. Kick, 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 kick.
The phones were blowing up everywhere. Where is the band?
You're not going to be able to blame me or anybody else for a sorry show.
Sometimes you have a band that listens, and sometimes you have a band that want to tell you what to do.
Y'all got to continue marching. Get the station. That's not right.
Whatever Doc and them ask me to do, I'm going to do it. Incoming freshmen, they need to learn the tradition of Grambling.
You got to have the Orchid's body. 5, 6. They judge me before they get to even know me.
They literally say I came out of my mama dancing. I want my spot, and I'm going to keep my spot.
You fit in wherever you feel comfortable. And I feel comfortable here.
I'm really blunt. I don't get caught up in other people's feelings.
Fans themselves come not only for the football game, they definitely want to hear the band.
The Battle, presented by AT&T.
If I didn't know better, I would think that you don't care. But I know you care. But you can't wait till a day of the darn game. I need to see it now. You need to see it now. And that's why we out here doing what we're doing.
From the time the band first started the season to now, the band has made some tremendous growth. They're not where we want them, but they're better than they were when we first started.
Say it better than that. I need better than that. Parade, bands. I want you to sound off, and don't let me see you not sounding off. You can do better than that. Parade, bands. I want to hear echo. That's better.
Texas Southern is going to try to outshine us, so we're going to do what we do. We're going to play our best stuff, and we'll let the chips fall where they may.
Y'all just listen to me. So it's gonna be 5, 6, 7, scrap, boom, boom.
This is our last game before we hit Southern. They're gonna catch the real world fame because we already practicing non-stop.
I know Texas Southern gonna come at us, and we're gonna come back at them. So what we look at this is preparation.
A big day for us. We've had folks good weeks, but this is a big day for us. If you remember we all we got and you help the man next to you, everything else will be all right.
We're gonna bring it, do it big. That's what we gotta do.
I am very satisfied with the way the sound of the band is coming along. From the very first time to now, oh, it's a tremendous difference.
They gave us a little piece of taste of what we're getting ready to deal with now. The battle is really about to start.
The Battle, presented by AT&T. Rethink possible. To the Battle, presented by AT&T.
What's up, Dustin?
Yeah, we, you know, Alex is contemplating going home.
My dad's been very sick lately. He had lung surgery. His, white blood cells been low because of the chemos. Those cells are starting to grow. The cancer cells are starting to grow back.
And a lot of time you get further on down the road, life send you down all these different roads, and you might come back and say, oh, I want to pick up where I left off. I want to complete what I had at Grambling, and I had these crises to go on with me right then and there. You don't see all those things. You ain't think about it now. Right now, you just see your father, and you want to get home to him. You see your family, you want to get home to him. I don't know, Dr. T, so fond of him, you might want to ask some questions here as to what you think of.
Well, I'm wondering what Alex, when you go home, what are your plans? What do you plan to do?
I'm trying to enroll into there's a junior college right next, right down the road. I know I can get in it. And work and help my mom with the daycare and help her out, because my dad is sick.
Just junior college, no military, no nothing.
I was thinking about actually playing in the military, playing in the drums.
What part of the military?
I might enroll in the Marine Band just so I can keep on drumming, because that's what I learned. And
Marine Band, San Diego?
Navy.
I don't know if you got a chance to see the Marine Band that was here. The lead trumpet player, he played in the band here at Grambling. So I have some connections with those units. Be more than glad to write a letter of recommendation if that's, that's your choice.
When are you planning to?
Planning to go home?
Yes.
I still don't know. If I don't go home, then I'm gonna have something on my shoulder saying, what if your dad died? What if my dad doesn't? And I'm over here having fun and stuff. Wow, I could have been with him. So I still haven't decided.
It's a big old family down there. You don't believe that, do you?
No, now I understand. It is a family down there.
We don't always be worried about you. And you give us a call or shoot us an email, and Dr. T always keeps up with his percussion people.
Whatever you do, I'm sure you're going to be successful. Coming back here, we would love to see you back here. If you do not, I know you're going to be successful, and we're behind you. You got the personality. I don't know what it is, but you got
everything I said. If I go home today or if I go home after Bayou Classic, it don't matter. I'm still gonna have a home down here. I was gonna be here. My brothers down here, my crab brothers. That's a big thing. You came down here, you had no one, just your crab brothers, and they became like your family. So you're leaving your family here. Anytime you wanna come back, your family's still there.
Yeah, I did my prayer, big time.
Listen, this is the Bayou Classic. Upperclassmen, you know, we was in rooms right next to each other warming up and preparing. And we could hear through the wall, what time is it? War time. What time is it? War time. Them son of a guns are hungry for you.
Bayou Classic is our biggest game. This is the ultimate battle for this band.
It is a psychological performance that whole weekend. So you want to make sure that at the end of the day that you have prepared that band and that football team to the best of your ability.
Now, you did good 2 days ago. Yesterday, I wasn't satisfied with the drill. Get in the right attitude. You can beat these turkeys.
This year, we got to go down there with everything but the kitchen sink, but take it anyway, because we might have to throw it out on the field if we need it.
You got to give it to Grambling. We got to go into the enemy's territory and try to take them out. Ain't that something?
Pay attention. I see people talking in the back. I can see you. Okay? Don't get me out of this mood. I'm being nice today. All right? Let's leave here on a good note.
Come forward, please.
Thank y'all for a great audition. Great job.
Technically, I'm not a oink anymore because I made the Bayou Classic. So I'm not an oink anymore. We have 2 girls that's not oinks anymore, me and Tiara. This game was the one that was just
my most, I gotta do it. You know, if any game I was gonna dance in, it had to be this one. So, I mean, it feels good to actually just be a part of everything now. So, I'm happy.
I'm just glad that I did good. Like, I don't know, it's just an overwhelming feeling. It hasn't hit me that this is my last game yet. It just hasn't hit me. Maybe it'll hit me the day of the game.
The trip was quiet. I slept the whole time. We went to the hotel. And, we were running late because we had to do a parade.
It put us in that week in a whole different crunch from something we hadn't prepared for. And that was now you're losing 2 days of practice because you got to get out of here earlier than you normally leave in an effort to do a parade. Only downside was they promised me a big ballroom to practice in for the Battle of the Band. Before the parade. Didn't happen, so I had to get on the phone and work my magic and call a bunch of high school band directors that I sort of like was in favor with down there and chose the one was closest to the parade route. And that's why we ended up at the school we was at and able to practice that way.
The parade was fun. We did a little halftime performance that we just threw together. It was fun. We got so much love out there. You heard a couple of boos, of course, those were the Southern people, but, you know, that makes you just go harder.
The Battle, presented by AT&T. Back to the Battle, presented by AT&T.
Right now, we're at the Pan America football field in New Orleans. This is kind of our final shot at trying to get our show together.
You know the show. Everything we're doing today and tomorrow is stuff we did. Put your best effort, put some energy into it, get your legs up. A lot of times when we miss a day, we kind of go into this laid-back mode. Get out of the laid-back mode now. I'm just telling you, get your heads together today.
It's our final practice, you know, for what it's worth. And we want to make the best of it. So we'll probably spend about 2 hours out here.
No pause. 1, 2, kick, 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 kick. 1, 2, kick, 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 kick. 1, 2, kick. 4 different tempos in your kick. Do not pause, do not pause, do not pause. Go. Your show is not clicking. See, I can tell you had a day off. It looks exactly like what I expected.
It's the first run through, you know, we're gonna get back to see what you want the second run through, you know. Just the first time. Usually we've been knocking out in one try, but now we gotta go over there and reevaluate everything, you know. Like the team ain't liking it.
They stayed up all night. They was on Bourbon Street, Canal, walking the halls. I knew everything was going on.
All right, that was better. I still don't think that is what you can do. Now, tonight now, don't be trying to stay up all night going to Bourbon Street and get all them goddamn hurricanes and grenades.
Personally, me going into the Battle of the Bands and the Bayou Classic, man, we're gonna do fantastic. I don't think Southern, it's gonna be another blowout like last year.
We feel pretty confident. Music has been hitting on all points. The excitement and the adrenaline is going to get into them I hope it's for the best. But I think pretty much we're prepared for the Battle of the Bands tonight.
I think they just really need to just meditate for a minute, build up some confidence, and go in there and do what they know.
I got this little gut feeling this our year. I just got it. We've had a good year.
Confidence thing they got going with them, I like it. I like it a lot. There's a lot of camaraderie. Look at them, they hugging and yelling and stuff. They getting psyched together, so it's gonna be a nice one.
It's been quite a journey, I can say. Another thing that I can say about it is that it's definitely been a struggle. But I made it through, and I'm proud to be here right now. I worked hard, and my hard work finally paid off.
One of the big activities during Bayou Classic is Battle of the Bands. So that music has to be right.
You got to have a fine-tuned machine. You're not going to get the flavor of about 8 songs a piece. You better go in there with the top 10.
It's kind of overwhelming. You got the Battle of the Bands. Even walking in the dome for the Battle of the Bands, you only play to half the stadium. Okay, they put a stage out there. Getting out there, those first few tunes marching in there and hearing that crowd, it's just different from playing in the stadium at home or in the stadiums that we've gone to and visit.
You can have a seat now because the real band is about to hit this stage.
Marched in there live. I had too much fun at the Battle of the Bands. We was really showing out. We got a lot of applause and compliments, just on the drum major itself, not trying to be, selfish, but just the drum majors itself, we got a lot of applause.
Take the stage.
Judges that say Grambling won, Southern won. There's no trophy. There's no plaque. The crowd decides who won.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Let me say this, Southern has a good band. We consider them one of the best bands in the country. But I just think we edged them out that night.
The Battle, presented by Welcome back to The Battle, presented by AT&T.
Practice was kind of good, Well, it was good. It wasn't any major issues that morning. Doc Thomas got in there and ran that thing maybe twice. They had that confidence going into the dome this year, that you hadn't seen in a while.
I feel like it's going to be good, and I hope they don't disappoint me, and I hope they don't disappoint our fans.
This might be the biggest rivalry of the both of us, Southern and Grambling, and I would say probably one of the most biggest rivalry of all the college football. I played in the first Bayou Classic that was played in New Orleans 38 years ago. But to be here now as a coach, that's a great feeling.
This year, my biggest accomplishment would be this very moment here, Bayou Classic.
I looked around at the pregame show actually being performed, not at rehearsal, and I knew we were set for a good day. Halftime. Lines were straight, good 8 to 5 march, and a lot of the things we were trying to tighten up on in rehearsal that morning.
The band did excellent. It was a fantastic job. I turned around a couple of times to get a look at the band. Full 100% effort, full playing, dancing, energy, everything. And that's exactly what we needed. That's why we are on top. That's why we came out on top. And I'm proud of them.
The halftime show, to me, like we always do.
So this is my first Bayou Classic. It's everything that I wanted it to be, and even more.
Bayou Classic has been an awesome experience. It's my first year as a captain. I've had a lot of fun. Working with their ladies, it's been a lot of ups and downs, but overall, we've come together.
We got to see more people. We got to have more fun. We got to interact with everybody more. We had new uniforms. That's what really made it good. But yeah, this was my best Bayou Classic.
Our fans are saying they enjoyed the show, they enjoyed last night. And of course, we won the football game. So it's a Grambling weekend, so I'm happy about that.
At the end of the day, it's a football game, and the scores get settled at the Bayou Classic. And fortunately this year, the scores were settled in front of Grambling, and the ones who went to Southern got to say, we'll get you next year.
Southern think they did something, but to me, at the end of the day, Grambling prevailed at the Battle of the Bands and the halftime show.
I said I wanted my spot, and I was going to keep my spot. I may have missed 2 games, but please believe I had my spot in Bayou Classic.
We're going to take what we did this Bayou Classic, and we're going to add on to it. So next Bayou Classic, you won't see less or you won't see the same. You're going to see something better each year.
I've done what I came to Grambling to do, and that was be in the world-famous Tiger Marching Band. I've loved it my whole 4.5 years. I have no regrets.
Overall, it's a good season. Now, we want next season to be a better one than this season.
Very good year. I had some kids that grew up to be young ladies and young men by the end of the battle, and the biggest battle, and the greatest battle in HBCU Band, the Bayou Classic.
The Battle, presented by AT&T.